back to our 261 Fearless myth-busting classroom, and today's myth is when you reach menopause, your best running days are over. Welcome back to the 261 Fearless myth-busting classroom, and today's myth is when you reach menopause, your best running days are over. Let's bust that myth, and let's start with a quick reminder as to what the menopause actually is. So menopause is actually one day, and anything before that is known as pre-menopause, and anything after that is known as postmenopause. Menopause happens around an average age of 50, but that does vary with different ethnic groups in different countries. You might also have heard the term perimenopause, and the perimenopause is the time leading up to the menopause, and you've reached menopause when you haven't had a period for 12 months. It's during that time of perimenopause that women start to get lots of symptoms and fluctuations and decreases in hormone levels, mainly estrogen and progesterone. What we need to remember is that a lot of these changes that happen in a woman's body between pre and through into postmenopause aren't just due to hormones. A lot of them are just due to natural aging. So for example, as we get older, we lose bone mass and we lose muscle mass. But around the time of menopause, there is an uptick, an increase in the amount of bone loss that happens, and also a slight increase in the amount of muscle mass that is lost. When it comes to running, what's interesting is that the first muscle fibres that get reduced are our fast twitch muscle fibres, and they're the ones which give us speed. So a lot of women complain that they become slower as they move through into postmenopause. What we need to also remember is that our best running is not necessarily our fastest running, and there are so many benefits that we can get from running through the menopause. Best running days are not over when we reach menopause. We need to think about all the good things and the benefits of running at that time. First of all, it can help to improve our physical health. So it reduces our risk of multiple major medical conditions such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and importantly, osteoporosis, because running can really help to strengthen our bones. Secondly, it can improve our mental health. So it helps us to cope with stress and is a way to reduce and manage conditions such as anxiety and depression. And importantly, it also can benefit our social health. Running helps to connect us with other people, bring us together, give us a sense of belonging and community, which is really important for health too. Let's look at our inspirational co-founder, Catherine Switzer, as a perfect example of why decline is not inevitable. Catherine ran her first Boston Marathon in 1967, age 20, in 4 hours 20 minutes. When she ran it 50 years later in 2017, at the age of 70, she completed it in 4 hours 44 minutes. That's only 24 minutes slower, and that included stopping along the way to do media interviews. In February 2025, age 78, Catherine set the national record for the Masters Mile in New Zealand, stepping out of her comfort zone to run that distance and show that age is not a barrier to running. Try telling Catherine and the thousands of members in our 261 Fearless community who've reached menopause that their best running days are over. You would be hit with a resounding no, they're not. Your running might have to change a little, but running still has so much to give you. I hope we've busted this myth for you. Please join us for another one.